Other than trustworthiness, fairness, and lack of bias, what two characteristics do you feel are most important for a judge to have, and why?
The first characteristic, I think, it would be humility. It's important to be humble as a judge because, again, that black robe syndrome, you really want to avoid that. And it's important to treat people fairly and respectfully on the bench. You've got to remember that as a judge, it comes down to what you view your role as a judge. And I personally view my role as a judge as being a public servant. I think I'm there to help the parties, whether they're represented or not, move their case forward through the court system expeditiously and give them a fair hearing. Make sure that they feel that they were heard. And being humble will help you understand and appreciate that role as a public servant. Secondly, it can also, if you have humility, can help you understand and accept that you don't know everything. No judge is blessed with infinite knowledge of the law or the parties or the cases that come before them. And so knowing and recognizing that there is always more to learn will hopefully help motivate you as a judge to continue that lifelong process of learning and developing and honing your craft and continuing to develop as a jurist. I think the second characteristic that would be important for a judge is intelligence. As a judge, you have to comprehend and analyze and interpret thousands of different statutes and rules, as well as the cases that interpret them. And you're also called upon to analyze complicated factual scenarios. Even in county court, we have some of those scenarios come up from time to time in court. You may be called upon to reconcile or to determine the credibility of competing expert or lay witnesses, and that requires intelligence to be able to do that competently and accurately. Hearings and trials are dynamic environments. Judges are often presented with new or changing information that you necessarily weren't expecting when you came into the hearing. And that real critical thinking ability to process new information, analyze it accurately, and respond and incorporate that new information into your rulings is a very key skill, I think, to being a good jurist. So again, intelligence plays a role, I think, a critical role in making someone a good judge. Many times you're called upon to rule on evidentiary issues during hearings and trials. And you have to often do that on the spot with little or no time to do additional research without slowing down the proceedings and possibly annoying the parties because you need to take time to go and research an issue that you should have been able to rule on the spot with a good working knowledge of the evidence code, something that I developed as a trial lawyer for many years and now, again, on the bench for the last 2 years. As a side note, one thing also that kind of plays into this is you have to be comfortable with technology, and I think intelligence really helps with that. Before I went to law school, I spent some time selling computers through Dell and then through a computer store in Nashville. And I just thought it was a passion or a hobby before I came to the bench, but I really have come to see that it is a critical skill, especially in today's environment with the coronavirus pandemic and COVID-19. We've been transitioning to performing court services more and more through Zoom and other online platforms. And you as the judge, you're the host of those meetings, and you have to be comfortable with that technology to control the process and control the litigants and effectively and efficiently move those cases along using that new technology. Who knows what the future will hold, but I certainly think technology will play a key role in it.